Hi, I'm Andrew Connors with the Albuquerque Museum, and you're watching UABQ.
Don't believe me, just watch.
We're back on the Morning Brew with friends, and this is small world stuff. This is Ann Piper, and this is Arnold Antiveros from, you're the Elevate Program Director, and you're the principal at Wilson Middle School. And your daughter and I have been old friends, which is, it's just small world. I love that. I love how Albuquerque works. And Beth and Joe are just some of the greatest people I know. And how did you get involved with YDI and the Elevate program? And what are you guys doing at Wilson?
Well, I was fortunate enough to be placed at Wilson 3 years ago. And I came from Jackson, which was not a community school. And I arrived at Wilson and folks said, you know, we've got all these things. Are you okay with that? And I was, this is what every school should have.
So what is it? We were talking earlier, you said there's 4 pillars to the Elevate program, and community schools is one of those. What is that? What does that mean?
Well, we focus on four main areas. First is, you know, that there's not one greater than the other. So we have a school-based health center, which is a clinic at the school, which has a physician, a Medicaid determiner, a behavioral health therapist, and then we have a family engagement, family supports, and extended day learning, which is the before and after school programs.
And how is that different from regular schools? That sounds like stuff that just a school should have.
Well, we actually have a family engagement coordinator that brokers all those services. So, you know, having a school-based health center is a luxury.
Right.
You know, and some schools don't have that, and you know, some schools don't have.
Is this more than just like the school nurse?
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely. With our partnership with First Nations, we focus on well-child exams, physicals, and you know, checkups, things like that. So it's really good to have them there.
Very
and then
cool.
we do the behavioral health piece with YDI, and so if a child is having transitional issues or going through a tough time, you know, they have somebody they can talk to.
Very cool. And so going from one school that didn't have this to one school that does have this, what are you finding the outcomes are with the students?
The main difference is the way the student can connect to the school and become more involved. And when a student becomes more engaged in school, we hope that the educational outcomes improve.
Right.
We're keeping data on that, of course. But to get the family involved as well, we bring in, figure out what the barriers are that are holding that student back. And they can be varied in many, but particularly focusing on kids with poverty. And then the community school brings in any resources that the family engagement coordinator can help us broker. We have a huge partnership with Fidelity Investments, Roadrunner Food Bank, these kinds of services that really help kids get engaged with their school.
Very cool. So make sure they come to school with the support they need, the food they need, and the after-school services they need, right?
And
Absolutely.
healthcare.
And healthcare. That's huge. That's huge. So Albuquerque is going to be the host city for the new, it's called the Community Schools National Forum. And is that because of programs like this?
Absolutely. It's the National Community Forum is hosted every 2 years. And so 2 years ago, it was in Cincinnati. And we were lucky to be selected 2 years ago. So next week we'll be having ours, and it's great.
How many teachers and educators and community organizers are going to be coming for this thing? It sounds like a huge conference.
Well, right now, I believe there's about over 1,600 individuals registered for this conference, and they're from 42 different states, and there's a few countries that are being representative. So.
Very cool. I'm not even sure. Is this kind of a groundbreaking program? Is this something that people are coming here to look at our model, or is this something that we're here just to share our version of the model with all these people that are coming in?
It's a nationally recognized model.
Is it?
Community schools. And Albuquerque has gotten more involved in it with a consortium, ABC Community Schools, Albuquerque, Bernalillo County, UNM. Various agencies have joined together to say this is something we should be doing for our kids.
Very cool. And how many schools are part of the program right now? You said Jackson did not have the program.
That's correct.
Is it mainly a middle school thing too?
No. With YDI Elevate, we have 3 schools: Wilson Middle School, Grant Middle School, and West Mesa High School. Through the ABC partnership, there's roughly about 23 to 26 schools.
Very cool. So with those 3, did you pick those 3 for specific reasons, or were they just have principals like Ann that were willing to jump up and say, hey, I'm on board,
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Well, Elevate came into New Mexico in 2007, and Wilson and Grant were selected, and we kind of brought West Mesa along for the ride, and it's been great.
Very cool. And with those schools then, at the high school level, is it the same kind of thing, or is it a little bit different for older kids?
Oh, it's a little bit different. We do not have a school-based health center at West Mesa High School, so we have schooling. So we do referrals to outside agencies for the healthcare piece. But you know, the extended day learning, there's so many programs that are being offered at the high school level that, you know, there's so much going on.
It's hard to wrap your arms
Absolutely.
around everything that goes on at the high school
Absolutely.
level, I'm sure, yeah. So what does this do for your job as the principal? Does it make it easier, harder, one more thing to wrangle? I mean, how does it kind of fit into the middle school principal role?
It definitely makes it more fulfilling, and
Yeah.
I would say easier.
Yeah?
The more adults on campus, the better. Bring them
Oh.
on, engage, bring in the families, bring in outside agencies and partnerships. It's really exciting.
Well, we always hear, you know, engage the parents more. And is that really something that this program does and really helps the students a lot?
To have a family coordinator or a community schools coordinator is huge. It does take a lot off my plate, that communication piece, and making it inviting for parents to come in
Right.
to the school and feel that they're actually contributing.
Yeah, I can see that. And the big conference is April 6th through 8th. Is this something that only educators can sign up for, or just are you inviting the regular public?
We're inviting everybody.
Yeah?
There are all kinds of community partnerships coming in, administrators, superintendents, anyone interested in education, which is our community.
That sounds great. And we can find out more at YDI.org
Yes.
and find out everything about the conference and about the whole program and how Elevate helps students.
National Community Schools Forum, just Google it.
Excellent. And then we got True America here this morning. How great are these guys?
Awesome.
This is so
Yes.
much fun. You guys want to play us out?
Me cansé de rogarle